persons to do this, one of the first people to do this.
Bro, I'll be very brief here. We're all here for the same reason, right? We all don't believe the official narrative is someone that used to work for the federal government and understands how investigations work. This, the official narrative has created more questions than answers. And Candace, kudos to you for going out there and trying to find those answers. And I think it's very important that people understand that when you're doing investigations, you're going to go down many different roads, right? You're going to talk to bad informants that might have ulterior motives. You're going to talk to people that are going to give you misleading information. You're going to do a records check here and it might lead you somewhere that was completely not relevant to what's going on. Like, the thing that sucks here is that you're doing this investigation with millions of people watching you and they're going to, try to say, oh, well, you didn't do this and you didn't do that, blah, blah, blah. The benefit, right, of being a criminal investigator a lot of the times is we work in the shadows, we do our investigation, we go down many different holes, then we come down with an indictment and an arrest warrant after we connect everything. Unfortunately, right, for you, Candace, you have a bunch of critics that want to sit there and say, well, you're not doing this right, you're not doing that right. I think you've done a great job of, trying to find the truth, and people are going to criticize and talk shit. And I think we're all here for the same reasons. The official narrative doesn't add up. They haven't been transparent. And that's why people are doing their own independent investigation. And the federal government's failed with being transparent with the people, and the people don't trust the government anymore. This is really an L for the G. So keep doing what you're doing. I know people are going to hate, and I think your heart's in the right place, and you're really trying to find answers here. And yeah, there's going to be, roads that sometimes don't lead where it's supposed to go, or roads that may be questionable. But I think talking to everybody and trying to get the full picture and being transparent about it is the way to go. So keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And yeah, it's hard. I mean, we have a really small team. I think people forget, like, there's 4 of us and it's so much work, and we're investigating every lead. And there have been so many that have led nowhere, by the way. I mean, you can imagine you're getting 50,000 emails, and some people just want to write hate stuff. Some people are giving you tips, and we're building those pictures in the backgrounds. We have so many leads that are still being worked on from a long time ago, and we have to get on the phone with people, and we have to ask for verification, and we have to get when we get paperwork, we then have to verify if the paperwork is real, because I don't have expertise. And then I present something and I misspeak and I say E4 instead of O5 or O6, whatever. And the next thing you know, you get 1,000 emails of people telling you like you're an idiot. It's hard. And people also, I think, forget, and this is not like a woe is me pity party, but like, Charlie was my friend. Like, I went through a very real stage of grief. I'm still going through it in many ways because I don't know what happened. Like, there's something that feels very unresolved about it. And he just shouldn't have been taken out like that. Okay. And their anger, which I think you guys have seen that last week or whatever, like, to see people like Ben Shapiro get on stage and pretend they were his friend. Like, you don't know what that does to me spiritually. Like, I just want to fight. Like, I want to physically get into a fight. That is like, it's just not okay. And there's something that is so grotesque about it at its core. There is something that it's almost satanic, right? I look at politics now and it makes me want to vomit. Like, to realize what they turned him into after, like, they did not view this man as a human being. They did not care about Charlie at all. It was like, he either was going to get them a check or he wasn't, and that, even for me, like, the ick I get from turning points, like, that man did not like that man. So what are you doing? Is this really just about like who writes you a check and gives you, like, they can just buy a friendship with Charlie? Like, it angers me. And I still have to like contend with that anger, that upset, and also trying to, okay, let me divert the energy into this investigation and trying to figure it out. So I do ask you guys to just recognize that, like, to recognize that there's a lot going on. And I will always, if I get something wrong, which is what I was open to doing, like I said to Ian, I was like, if you want to send me an email and he has the smoking gun proof that he wasn't even a Green Beret, I will run it and I will own it. But that's not the case. And so it just feels like petty. Like, if you're going to use your energy, like, we don't need you finding his exes, man. Like, we really could use your help. Like.
Yeah, I mean, look, professional criminal investigators don't get it right a lot of the times. There's a reason why a lot of cases don't get solved. People don't get indicted. They don't get charged. It's not easy to run an investigation. It's even harder to do it with a million people trying to Monday morning quarterback everything that you do and criticize every single thing that you do. So I totally understand coming from that world myself. So look, you're trying to find the truth. I think you've been good about transparently. If you make a mistake, you correct it. And, one of the negatives is you're out there in front of everyone. So people are going to give their opinions, and that's the negative.
Yep, you're right.
And that's the most human thing I've seen anybody say to Candace in a while. Candace been catching a lot of strays for her investigation on Charlie Kirk assassination. And Myron is being a friend. And shout out to Myron for that. I would want a friend like that to support me on my journey if getting a lot of hate. You know, it's very important that we appreciate friends like Myron who support you when you're on your journey. You know, that's very important. But for everything that Myron said to Candace, I would say that to Candace if I was a friend. You know, like it's pretty tough to run an investigation on something so big, humongous, bigger than you, and you know, and have people also give commentary, criticize, and bash you or threaten your life, and you're just one female doing this shit. I mean, you might have a team behind you, but at the end of the day, you're the one running it. So I don't know how she does it, to be honest. And she has kids that she takes care of. She might have a nanny, I don't know. But she has a husband. I wonder if she like cooks and clean and does all the regular stuff that wives do at home. I mean, I don't know how she will find the time to do that, but anyway, chat, appreciate y'all checking out the video. Please like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna be back with some new content. I am out. I'm gonna make
Bro, I'll
another
be
what she said about Ben Shapiro. I am gonna make another video speaking of what she said about Ben Shapiro. I am out.